ফলো করে দিছো তো?
না স্যার
করো না? and sign कर दो ऑनलाइन क्लास में एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर दो ना तीनटा क्लासेस सारी कर दो गुड मॉर्निंग लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस टॉपिक and to start with the first news is about the pension scheme social security welfare scheme okay so this is regarding the old age pension scheme versus the new pension scheme. There is a pension scheme. Pension is old age security. As some people work for the government, they give their prime time for the work of the country. So government ensure their security on superannuation. Okay. The issue of old pension scheme versus the new pension scheme has dominated news since a long time now. Some states government recently announced their plan to implement the old pension scheme by placing the national pension scheme, which was launched later on. The written reply to the question by OAS of in the Parliament, Minister of State for Finance Lok Sabha said that Center has no proposal to restore the old pension scheme because Center has launched the new pension scheme and it has no plan to revert back to the old pension scheme which was implemented earlier. What is pension and why it is required? A pension provides people with monthly income when they are no longer earning. During their earning period, they earn and they spend the amount because they are earning, so they are able to fulfill their needs. But once they reach a particular age, so they need to be financially secured because their income capability is reduced. They need to be financially secured. This is why pension is a need of the people. Okay. Need for pension. One is not a productivity in the old age as in the youth. That's the reality. When we with age, our productivity is reduced. The rise of nuclear family, migration of younger earning members, rise in cost of living, increased longevity, assured monthly income ensures dignified life in old age. Challenges. What are the challenges? So one person is unable to earn as much as he earns in the youth with the passage of age normally. The rise of nuclear family, because earlier the family or joint family, the parents take care of the children so till they grow up, and on growing up as the parents became older, the children takes care of the parents. Fine. So during the childhood they are cared by the parents, and during their youth they takes care of their parents. That is the trend. But the nuclear family, okay, here the younger generation are migrating from their home to their place of work. So that puts the pressure on the old generation people. Then second comes the rising cost of living. So cost of living is increasing trend. So that needs more amount to meet the life. Then increased longevity. Earlier longevity lifespan was less. So, but with increasing longevity, the year of their life is being increased. That led to their survival, and once they are surviving, they need care, and they need also finance to meet the expenses, especially health expenses and food expenses there. But so as longevity increases, that does not mean the people lead a healthy life. Okay. Those who live longer, they are not in a healthy life. So they are in need of some sort of health benefit or health expenditure they meet to lead a life. So that is what is called increasing dependence on healthcare as their lifespan is ended. Assured monthly income ensures a dignified life in the old age. If they are getting some sort of pension, they will be able to take care or live a dignified life. Fine. That is what they will lead to. This will ensure that they are leading a dignified life. Okay. Old pension scheme versus new pension scheme. What is the basic difference? Under the old pension scheme, fine. Under the old pension scheme, retired employee receive 50% of their last drawn salary as monthly pension. NPS means the new pension scheme is a contributory pension scheme under which employee contribute 10% of the salary, basic plus dearness allowances. The government contribute 14% towards the employees, and this is deposited in the NPS account, and the pension is paid from that. Okay. In nutshell, the detractor of the old pension scheme, what they say? Okay, argue that it is fiscally unsustainable, that is government of India do not have the money to fund it. If it is the old pension scheme, so government don't have that much of money to fund it. Okay. While the detractor of NPS called NPS politically unsustainable, that is it fails to address the felt needs of the people. So people have to pay, and their monthly taken home salary is reduced. Okay. And what they earn, so what they deposit, they have to pay, they receive in proportion to that. Let us analyze the pros and cons of the new and old pension scheme to get a clear picture of the things. Old pension scheme. Pension to government employee at the center as in the state were fixed at 50% of their last term basic pay. Only government employee are eligible for receiving a pension after retirement. Income under the old pension scheme does not attract tax. Okay, any income is tax free. They are not to pay any tax to uphold the pension after retirement. So the attraction of old pension scheme occurred so since it existed before a new pension scheme came into effect for those joining government services from 1st January 2004. Lay in its promise of an assured or defined benefit to the retiree, it was hence described as the defined benefit scheme, which was the old one. For example, if a government employee basic monthly salary at the time of retirement is 10,000, he or should assured pension of 5,000. Assured pension because it is clearly linked to the last salary what he is drawing, and based on that he will get the pension. So it is an assured one. He know very well that how much I am going to get as my pension on retirement, because so his salary is known to him. So when the salary is known to him, he is assured that how much I am going to get as pension. Also, like the salary of the government employee, the monthly payouts of pensioners also increases with hikes in dearness allowances or DA announced by the government for service employees. So, government also ensured that the DA increases for the employees who are in service, similar increase in DA for the pensioners. As on date, the minimum pension paid by the government is 9,000 per month. The maximum is 2,500 to the highest pay in the central government, which is 1,25,000 a month. Fine. So that ensures that the person knows the minimum will be 9,000 after the latest pay commission report, and the minimum will be 9,000, maximum is 62,500. Fine. So because the highest salary, basic salary is 1,25,000 per month, so based on that the salary will be 62,500, the pension amount, 50% of the basic salary of the person when he retires, and based on that the pension has been fixed. But with the concern of the old pension scheme, the main problem was that the pension liability remained unfunded. That is, there is no corpus especially for pension, which would grow continuously and could be dipped into for payments. The Government of India budget provided for pensions every year. There was no clear plan on how to pay year after year in the future. The government estimated payment to retiree ahead of the budget every year, and the present generation of taxpayers paid for all pensioners as on date. The pay as you go scheme created intergenerational equity issues, mentioning the present generation has to bear the continuously rising burden of pensioners, because pension is not from any other fund. The Government of India budget provided for pension every year, and the budget, the money comes from the taxpayers. The present generation pay the tax, and from that tax the pensioners were paid the pension. Fine. So that is what is the issue, because huge amount is spent on pensions, and there is no corpus for the pensioners as per the old pension plan, and the present taxpayers money is spent to give pension to the person who retired. Fine. Okay. Old pension scheme is unsustainable. Pension liability could keep climbing since pensioners' benefit increase every year, like salary of existing employees. Pensioners gain from indexation, or what is called dearness relief. Okay, that means that also go on increasing every year. This goes on. Okay. The last three, so better health facility could increase life expectancy, and increase longevity would mean extended payouts, because better health lead to that longevity of the people, and they'll be paid the pension for a long period. Over the last 3 decades, pension liability for the center and state have jumped manifold. In 1991, central pension was 3,272 crores, and the outreach for all states put together was 3,131 crore. But by 2021, the central bill has jumped to 58 times, to 1,90,860 crore. For the state, it has shot up 125 times to 3,86,001 crore. See the old pension scheme. This is what is the jump. So 100 times in case of central government and 125 times in for the state government. This is the increase in the pension liability on the center and the state government as per the revised estimates. So this such huge amount is to be paid. But as plan to address this situation, the OAS project. In 1998, the Indian Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment commissioned a report on old age social income security OAS project. An expert committee under S.A. Dave, okay, an expert committee under S.A. Dave was appointed, okay, a former chairman of SEBI and Unit Trust of India submitted the report in January 2000. The OAS report was not meant to reform the government pension scheme. Its primary objective was targeted at unorganized sector workers who had no old age pension. Okay, so we have organized sector government employer there, but in the unorganized sector, so there are very few who are getting this benefit. And this OAS project is more linked to the unorganized sector, and the government is more concerned about the on pension for the unorganized workers. Okay. So what the outcome after government just get this report? Taking the 1991 census numbers, the committee noted that just 3.4 crore people, or less than 11% of the existing total workforce, okay, 11.11 of the total workforce of 31.4 crore had some post-retirement income security. This could be government pensions, employee provident fund, or the employee pension scheme. The rest of the workforce has no means of post-retirement economic activity. Only few government okay, very less. That means hardly 11% of the people are enrolled in any pension program. The OAS report recommended individual could invest in three types of funds: SEF, allowing up to 10% investment in equity, balanced to 30% in equity, and growth 50% in equity. To be floated by 6 fund managers, the balance would be invested in corporate bonds or government security. Individuals could have unique retirement accounts and could be required to invest at least 500 a year. Okay. Okay. Only 500 to be eligible to get the pension on old age. Post retirement, at least 2 lakh from the retirement accounts would be used to purchase an annuity. An annuity provider invests the amount or provides a fixed monthly income, which was 1,500 when the report was prepared, for the remainder of the individual's life. High level expert group under the B.K. Bhattacharya. A year and a half after the project OAS report was submitted, the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension set up a high level expert group under B.K. Bhattacharya, a former Chief Secretary of Karnataka, to look into the situation of government employees. The high level expert group, suggested a hybrid defined benefits, defined contribution scheme for government employees. Okay, so what they should contribute, how they will contribute, and how the money will be invested to ensure that they are getting a high return on retirement. The report was submitted on February 22nd, 2002, but did not find favor with the government. So government also appointed this committee, and the committee submitted the report, but the report was not What is the new pension scheme? The new pension scheme is an easily accessible, low-cost, tax-efficient, flexible, and portable retirement saving accounts. Under the new pension scheme, the individual contributes to his retirement accounts, and also his employer can also co-contribute for the social security welfare of the individual. So he will contribute as well as his employer, both government and private. They can co-contribute, and the amount will be managed by the Pension Fund Authority, and they will get the EPFO was created to manage this. The new pension scheme is designed to define contribution. Okay. The subscriber contributes to his accounts. There is no defined benefit that could be available at the time of exit from the system, and the accumulated wealth depends on the contributions made and the income generated from the investment of such wealth. So where the how much he has invested, how much is the wealth generated, and based on that, so he or she will get the pension. Unlike the assured pension scheme, under the old pension scheme, the assured income plan is not available in the new pension scheme. The greater the value of the contribution made, the greater the investment achieved, the longer the term over which that the funds accumulates, and the lower the charges deducted, the larger would be the eventual benefits of the accumulated pension wealth likely to be. Am I clear? So it all depends upon how much one is contributing, for how long he is contributing, and how well it is invested. So how much return comes from the investment accordingly. his pension will be fixed. Now, the old pension system, pension was fixed as per 50% of the last basic salary along with the other benefits, and the benefit of due was defined beforehand. However, in the case of the new pension system, the pension benefit is determined by factors such as the amount of contribution made, the age of joining, the type of investment, and the income drawn from that investment, because that will be invested privately by the fund managers, and they will that will lead to the pension on retirement. Resident as well as non-resident Indians in the age group of 16 to 18 to 60 can as on date of admission in new pension scheme, applications can invest. Over the last 8 years, the NPS has built a robust subscriber base and its asset under management has increased. As on October 31st, 2022, the central government has 23,32,774 subscribers, and the state have 58,99,162 subscribers. The corporate sector has 15,92,131 subscribers, and the unorganized sector has 27,45,771. There were 41,77,978 subscribers under the National Sobalamban scheme. The total asset under the management of all these subscribers stood at 7,94,870 crore as on the date 31st October 2022. That means this is increasing demand for pension, and the craze for pension is increasing. More and more people are joining the that shows that how people are showing interest in the pension, because they know that let their old age be safe and secure, at least from the financial angle. So pension ensures safety from the financial angle. Fine. By the regulator of the NPS, the Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority, PFRDA. Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority is the regulator of the National Pension Scheme. Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority the apex body created the regulator of the pension market. Because the pension market is to be regulated separately, that is why the pension fund manager, the Pension Fund Management Development Authority was launched to manage the pension of the people. Then comes an annuity is a financial instrument which provides for a regular payment of a certain amount of money on monthly, quarterly, annual basis for the chosen period for a given purpose, price or pension wealth. Simply put, it is a financial instrument which offer monthly, quarterly, annual pension at a specified rate for the chosen period. That is the annuity plan. So that benefit will be coming to the individuals on a very regular basis. That means either fortnightly or monthly or bi-monthly, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So on this interval, so the amount will come back from the insurance company. The owners of purchasing the annuity plan from approved pension providers is on the employee union under NPS. The time of retirement, the employee are required to purchase an annuity plan for a monthly pension with a minimum 40% of the accumulated corpus. The employee can withdraw the remaining amount as a lump sum. Fine. What is the tax benefit of NPS? The various tax benefits as follows: employee contribution deduction up to 10 lakhs, 10% of the salary, okay, basic DA plus DA within overall selling of 1.5 lakh, okay, can be taken for payment to the pension fund. Employee contribute deduction up to 10% of the salary, basic plus DA within overall ceiling of 1.5 lakhs. Voluntary contribution deduction up to 50,000 under section 8 CCD 1B from taxable income of additional contribution to NPS, National Pension Scheme. Employer contribution deduction up to 10% of the salary, basic plus DA from the taxable income which is over and above the limit under the under section 80C of the Income Tax Act. Fine. New NPS generates market linked returns without any assurance of returns. The old pension scheme provides it to by basing the monthly pension on the salary, last salary drawn by the employee. That is assured. For the new pension scheme, the amount is not known. How much will come as a pension per month in the new pension scheme is not known because the amount depends upon its return on the investment. It has been invested. So the pension will come per month. The shift to NPS was undertaken due to concern over the coverage, sustainability, and scalability of the old pension framework. As per research carried out in the early 2000, India's implicit pension debt owing to central civil employees, state government employees, and the funding gap of the employee pension scheme are reaching unmanageable, unsustainable level. Moreover, this framework only benefited a teeny portion of the total labor force. Okay, why old pension scheme is bad economics? Considering that the rationale to shift to the new pension scheme revolved around the need to manage the government pension liability, state with limited fiscal resources at their disposal must ask themselves whether they can provide for such a scheme because it is paid by the government. Employee has nothing to pay. The availability of fund for such scheme when seen against competing demands that range from provision of health and education facilities, public transport and infrastructure among others, would suggest otherwise. In 30 years, the cumulative pension bill of the state has jumped to 3,86,001 crore in 2021 from 3131 crore in 1991. See what is the, so it is more than 125 times. Okay, overall pension payment by states eat away a quarter of their own tax revenue. The total tax collected by the state, so a quarter of that
is spent for the pensioners. Then about the salary, which definitely is much more than that. For some state, it is much higher. For Himachal, it is almost 80% of the own tax revenue. For Punjab, it is almost 35%. Chhattisgarh 24%, and for Rajasthan, it is 30%. 30% of what? 30% of the income of the state in a particular financial year is spent on paying pension. Then what about salary? Then what comes about the development? This is the big challenge, that old pension scheme government burden goes on increasing, because it is the duty of the employer to make the contribution. And the pension should be not from the earning but fixed one, whether irrespective of the fund management, the fund flow, the fund return. But pension will be 50% of the last run basic salary as per the old pension scheme. So the gap was widening day by day. Right. There is also a larger issue of intergenerational equity. Today, taxpayers paying for the ever increasing pension of retiree with pay commission hours, almost taking the pension of the old retiree to current level. Means the pension of someone who retired in 1995 may be well the same as that of some who retired in 2025. And it is the current generation of taxpayers are not only putting the pension bill of those who joined government services before 2004, they are also contributing to the 10% contribution of the state government have been making for the who joined the job after 1st January 2004 in the new pension scheme. That means it is a double burden on the taxpayers' money, which can be spent for some other purpose, which is being spent on paying pension. Right? And a substantial part of that is spent for making the pension payment, right? Which is a negative side, and it is a ground of opposition. Because the new generation don't want to bear two expenditure, one for the present contribution of 10% to the new employees, and one for the pension to be paid to the person who retired as per the old pension plan. Double burden. Then there is also their current fiscal position to contend with state government debt has risen from 26.3% GDP in 2019-22, 31.2% in 2021-22. This will need to be brought down to manageable levels. State will also have to contend with the GST compensation, cess ending in its current form in the coming year. Shifting back to the old pension scheme will only further increase the burden on the state exchequer. As per RBI, the total pension expenditure of all the states put together stood at 3.86 lakh crore in 2021. Hence, state desist from such fiscal unwise move to give a revert back to the old pension scheme. State should be wiser. Okay, it should not be political propaganda. Okay, rather proper management of the budget and the present taxpayers' money should be properly utilized for the development of the country than to be spent on mere payment of pension. The person who have retired and due to increased lifespan, they are living for a long period and that their need are to be fulfilled. That is why this discussion that with the reverting back to the old pension scheme will be wiser or not must be taken into consideration, okay, by the government of the state who have been demanding that we will go back to the old pension scheme. Okay, it is more populist than pragmatic. Fine. Then moving to the next news. Surya Kiran, the 16th edition. Okay. The 16th edition of the India Nepal Joint Training Exercise called Surya Kiran XBI between India and Nepal will be conducted at Nepal Army Battle School. Okay, from 16th to 20th December 2022. Exercise Surya Kiran is conducted annually between India and Nepal with the aim to enhance interoperability in jungle warfare and counter-terrorism operations in mountainous terrain and humanitarian relief and event mandate. Nepal Army soldiers of VANIKIAS battalion, and Indian Army soldiers from the 5GR will be participating in the exercise. The two armies through these contingents shall be sharing the experiences gained during the conduct of the various counter-insurgency operations over the year in their respective countries. What they share? They will share the counter-insurgency operations they have conducted. So the two army through these contingents shall be sharing the experiences gained during the conduct of various counter-insurgency operations, because insurgency is a big issue in both the countries, both Nepal and India, and the forces are engaged in counter-insurgency operation. Although it is a law and order issue to be handled by the police forces, but right now, so okay, so they are also involving the military forces in counter-insurgency operation, you can say. Okay, so paramilitary forces, the military also engage in counter-insurgency operation. Fine. So that is why, so they are to be shared between the two sides through this exercise. Okay, moving forward. The joint exercise could focus on evolution of combined drills for planning and conduct of tactical operations at unit level in counter-terrorism operations, disaster response mechanism in general, and role of armed forces in management of disasters. During the exercise, participants will be training together to develop interoperability and share their experience, including counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist operations, and also on humanitarian relief operations. The joint military exercise will enhance the level of defense cooperation, which will further foster the bilateral relation between the two nations. Fine. The next is the National Mission on Sustainable Knowledge for Climate Change. The Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Sri Ashwini Kumar Choube, gave information about the mission in Rajya Sabha. The National Mission on Strategic Knowledge on Climate Change was one of the 8 missions of the Prime Minister's launch as part of the National Climate Change Action Plan. It was intended to establish a strong network with existing knowledge institutions that can support capacity building and improve understanding of impact of climate change processes and its dangers. So what is the impact of climate change and the danger associated with climate change will be reviewed under it. The mission's main goal is to create a dynamic and vibrant knowledge system that support and inform national policy and action for effectively addressing climate change concerns without sacrificing the country's growth objectives. Fine. Climate change is to be handled parallelly while maintaining the growth of the country, because if we only become concerned about the climate change and its impact, national development will be retarded. Creation of knowledge network, to create knowledge network among the current knowledge institutions involved in climate science research and development, and promote data sharing and exchange through an appropriate institutional structure. Creation of international technology monitoring organizations, to create international technology monitoring organization with the institutional resource to conduct studies on the selection of technology for development that reduce the risk. Increment in the country's capacity in stimulations, to increase the country's capacity to stimulate the regional efforts of climate change and various ecological zones for various seasons and living conditions. Okay, these all will be taken into consideration as per the action plan set by the government. Research and development, to establish network for research and promote the study of how climate change affects key socio-economic areas like agriculture, health, natural ecosystem, biodiversity, coastal zones, etc. Creation of conceptual knowledge, to create and develop the conceptual and knowledge underpinnings necessary to define sustainable development pathway in the context of responsible climate change related actions. Increase in awareness, to increase knowledge and awareness of the main climate. Strengthening the indigenous capacity, to strengthen indigenous capacity for the development of appropriate technology for coping with climate change, to adoption and mitigation, and promote their use by government and society for sustainable growth of economy. Fine. So technology, adaptability, mitigation efforts all must be simultaneously carried out, for which so cooperation of the stakeholders is a must. Creating institutional capacity, building institutional capacity for research infrastructure will increase the accuracy and sector-specific climate change scenarios over the Indian subcontinent. This infrastructure will include access to essential data sets, compounding and communication resources and awareness. Creation of human resources to ensure the movement and creation of human resources by taking a number of steps such as offering rewards to young scientists who choose to pursue career in climate science, alliance and collaborations to form alliances and collaborations through international bilateral science and technology cooperation agreement in climate change research and technology development. Fine. Area of focus to gather data and information regarding climate change as well as to position a data sharing policy framework for fostering strategic knowledge across the government many branches, to determine the knowledge gaps and to create international technology watch group that aid in technology selection and prioritization. After investing a sufficient amount of resources in the physical, intellectual and policy infrastructure to build a strong network of knowledge institutions, to construct band new specialized centers with specific institutional infrastructure for increasing human capacity for climate change. Fine. They are all focus area of the strategy planned by the Government of India for catering to the climate change. Through nationally coordinated extramural research, development and delivery program and in accordance with the mission mode action outlined above, to advance research, development and innovation on climate science, technology and applications. Increasing international collaboration on science and technology for the climate change agenda through strategic partnership and contribution to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Ministry of External Affairs formulation of policy for a sustained development agenda within a responsible framework for climate change. Then, what is the element of implementation? Monitoring mechanism. A monitoring mechanism through three oversight committee: the Science and Technology, ST Technology and International Oversight Committee. So, Science and Technology, Technology and International Oversight Committee. Three committee will be created which would submit report to the PM Council. The approval mechanism: an interministerial council of committee of secretaries based approval mechanism. COS will receive reports from thematic working groups, submissions and technology watch groups. Mission director: a mission director would be in charge of coordinating the whole implementation of the mission's deliverables and working with relevant committees and institutions. Coordination mechanism: a coordination mechanism with two minor sites in Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Ministry of Earth Science, and in collaboration cell with the Department of Science and Technology led by the mission director will be there to coordinate. Fine. That means, so government has planned a much structured mechanism so to handle these climate change challenges. Okay. Then the next is the Namami Gange program. The United Nations has recognized Namami Gange initiative to clean Ganga, to rejuvenate the India's sacred river Ganga as one of the top 10 world restoration flagship to revive the natural world. The award was received by Sri G. Ashok Kumar, Director General, Namami Gange, at a function at the 15th Conference of Parties to the Convention on Biodiversity at Montreal, Canada, in December 14th, 2022, on the World Restoration Day by the United Nations. This is the recognition of India's efforts in restoration of the pristine holy river Ganga, and it was Ganga Action Plan, then presently being renamed as this Namami Gange program. Namami Gange program is an integrated conservation mission approved as a flagship program by the Union Government in June 2014 to accomplish the twin objective of effective abatement of pollution and conservation and rejuvenation of national river Ganga. It is being operated under the Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. Ministry of Jal Shakti has been separately created. Okay. At the central level, a separate ministry called the Ministry of Jal Shakti has been created for this particular purpose. Fine.
In phase 2, of Namami Gange, the state will focus on expeditious completion of projects and preparation of bankable detailed project report, okay, DPR, for a project in Ganga tributary towns, cutting down the delays, okay. So, okay, the program is implemented under this Namami Ganga program and its states counterparts organized. So right now, government has taken this Namami Ganga program in a holistic manner. So earlier it was run by different ministerial departments in a without any interlinking or coordination, but that led to this project not being that substantial credit on achievement parameters. But government has right now taken all the stakeholders, all the ministry and all the state government into consideration, and the combined effort of the different ministries. You see, there is a program you must be knowing about this, Paramparagat Kusvika Yojana, because you see a lot of chemical residues are released to the Ganga in the basin states from the farmland to the river through that oil is passing from the running water. So that led to pollution. So this Paramparagat Kusvika Yojana was being floated and operated in the Ganga basin states, and it's not only Ganga but its tributaries. Unless the tributaries of Ganga are not cleaned properly, so whatever cleaning activities undertaking the main river Ganga will of no use, because the tributaries contribute. The contributaries, okay, who contribute to the river, okay, so the tributary you contribute, the distributor distribute, okay. If the tributary rivers are not clean, so they will contribute their loads of pollution to Ganga, and whatever cleanliness activities undertaking the Ganga river, they will be again push with similar amount of pollution from the rivers. They will be uploading their loads in the river Ganga. So that is why the holistic manner. So Ganga river along with its major tributaries are being taken. So the state governments are right now being involved, from UP to Bihar to West Bengal to all these states. So there is around 8 states who are the Ganga basin states. So all these states are right now being involved in this project to ensure a holistic development, rejuvenation of the river Ganga, and that is why it has been well praised by the United Nations as the world's top 10 rejuvenation program undertaken by India. Okay, focus is also being given to the revival of the small rivers and the wetlands. For future, each Ganga district in the develop scientific plan and health card for at least 10 wetlands, and adopt policy for reuse of treated waters and other byproducts. Okay. Main pillars: sewage treatment infrastructure, riverfront development, river surface cleaning, biodiversity, afforestation, public awareness, industrial effluent monitoring, and Ganga Gram. So these are the focus area of this program. Okay, involving the stakeholders, including the local people, in the cleaning activity is being emphasized, like the Ganga Gram. Okay, and creating public awareness, going for afforestation, then riverfront development. You know that Modi government, in coming to power, has initiated the steps for riverfront development. So many riverfronts have been developed. Okay, they have been becoming attraction for tourism, as well as maintaining the cleanliness of the river at that particular point where the pollution load was maximum earlier. Fine. So these efforts are giving results, and right now that have started giving us recognition globally that India has taken some efforts to clean its river Ganga. Fine. Then this project bold, Minister of States for Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, Sri Vishnu Pratap Singh Verma, in a written reply to Lok Sabha, informed about this initiative. Project board seek to create bamboo-based green patches in arid and semi-arid land zones. So bamboo, okay. So which is of much economic use. Okay. So that is used commercially Okay, this gives livelihood to millions in the country. Okay, and second most important thing is that it can help in ecological restoration. It is a unique scientific exercise serving the combined national objective of reducing desertification and providing livelihood and multidisciplinary rural industry support. Three things. One is stop desertification. Next, providing livelihood because bamboo based products they were there, they are now being used, and technology has added design the different bamboo products. Okay, bamboo being used from food, okay, to different building materials to household gadgets. Okay, so that means with technology addition in them. Okay, so design technology better models, so they are being given this push to make it earning for millions. 5,000 samplings of special bamboo species, uh, Bambusa tulda, Bambusa polymorpha, specially brought from Assam, have been planted over 25 bighas, 16 acres approximately vacant arid gram panchayat lands to enter those specific bamboos to different areas. Fine. Khadi Village Industry Commission has thus created a world record of planting the highest number of bamboo samplings on a single day at once. Why bamboo? KBS has judiciously chosen bamboo for developing green patches. Bamboo grew very fast and is about 3 years time they could be harvested. Bamboo are also known for conserving water and reducing evaporation of water from the land surface, which is an important feature in arid and drought prone areas. So that is bamboo. Okay, the importance of bamboos. Significance of the move: the project will help in reducing the land degradation, a percentage of country, while on the other hand there will be havens for sustainable development and food security. The bamboo plantation program will boost self-employment in the region. It will benefit a large number of women and unemployed youth in the region by connecting them to skill development programs. By this cultivation of bamboos, and because so many products will be created from this with the imparting skill training to the artisans. Fine. Then the next is about Atal Innovation Mission. Atal Innovation Mission and UNDP India launched 5th edition of the Youth Collab for Young Entrepreneurs. Youth Collab is an initiative launched in 29 by UNDP in India in partnership with Atal Innovation Mission. The Niti Aayog and aims to establish a common agenda for Asia Pacific countries to invest in and empower youth to accelerate implementation of the sustainable development goals through leadership, social innovation and entrepreneurship. About this Atal Innovation Mission, launched by Niti Aayog, Atal Innovation Mission is the Government of India's flagship initiative to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country. Objective is to create and promote an ecosystem of innovation and entrepreneurship across the country via intervention at school, university, research institute, MSM and industry level, and to provide platform and collaboration opportunities for different stakeholders. Major initiatives: Atal Tinkering Labs, creating a problem solving mindset across schools in India; Atal Incubation Centers, fostering world-class startup and adding a new dimension to the incubator model; Atal New India Challenges, fostering product innovations and aligning them to the needs of various sectors and ministries; Mentor India campaign, a national mentor network in collaboration with the public sector, corporate and the institutions. So this is what is the Atal Innovation Mission and UNDP, which has taken up this program for the benefit of the people. Fine. Then moving to the next is in series is okay. It's achievement of this Atal Innovation Mission. How far it has achieved. Innovation is needed in the country because innovation can lead to India emerging as a knowledge hub. Right. Then the topic question: why is public-private partnership required in infrastructure project? Examine the role of PPP model in redevelopment of railway structure in India.
Public-private partnership are a mechanism for government to procure and implement public infrastructure and services using the resources and expertise of the private sector. PPP in infrastructure projects. Government in developing country face the challenge to meet the growing demand for better infrastructure services. Introduction of PPP will help in providing better infrastructure services through improved operational efficiency. Fine. Public-private partnership, where the public and the public means the government and the private entrepreneurs or private investors or private entrepreneur cooperate in developing a particular project, okay, which is okay. The funding available and the capacity of public sector is to implement project on alternative to time remains limited. Partnership with the private sector is an attractive alternative to increase and improve the supply infrastructure services. PPP are beneficial in supplementing limited public sector capacities to meet the growing demand for infrastructure development. It will develop local private sector through joint ventures with large firms in areas such as civil works, electrical works, facilities management, security services, cleaning services, maintenance services, etc. The long-term value of money is extracted through appropriate risk transfer to the private sector over the life of the project from construction to operation. Role of PPP model in the development of railway station in India can be taken as an example. So in many railway projects, government has initiated the PPP model. PPP model, road development, railway development, other infrastructure developments are very successful in India. The stationary development comprises two components. Mandatory stationary development, it will make a smooth and hassle-free travel. Stationary state development, it will enable to tap several revenue streams to ensure the viability of the entire project. The Government of India pushing for reforms in railway infrastructure with the help of PPP. The first station redeveloped through PPP was Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Other stations will be redeveloped such as the New Delhi station, Chhatrapati Shivaji, Maharaj Terminus and many more, including in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The responsibility of train operations and safety certification rests with the Indian Railway. Only the station infrastructure will be developed. One is for customers, the railway passengers. Second is for the passengers' amenities like the food court, recreation, drinking water, rest house. Area for sports and entertainment will be developed in the PPP mode. Shopping malls. Okay, PPP offer the public sector potential cost, quality and scale advantages in achieving infrastructure service targets. Niti Aayog strategy for New India 75 envisages many targets in railway infrastructure, like increasing the speed of infrastructure from the present 7 km per day to 19 km per day, 100% electrification of the broad gauge tracks by 22-23. Okay, and apart from that, providing customer services at the railway station through PPP mode is being operated or being implemented right now. Then coming to the MCQs of the day, which of the following statement is not true regarding the new pension scheme, NPS? Okay, not true. Okay, the shift to NPS was undertaken due to concern over the coverage, sustainability and sustainability. It is true. FDRF is the regulator of NPS, Pension Fund Regulatory Authority. That is true. When government employees are eligible for this NPS, no, both government and unorganized sectors. The NPS, so then C is incorrect. Fine. No need to move to the D1. Fine. C is the right answer. Then coming to question number 2. Exercise Surya Kiran with Nepal. India, Nepal, Surya Kiran exercise for counter secessionist activities. Okay. Now the following statement on the National Mission on Strategic Knowledge on Climate Change. It is one of the 8 missions of National Climate Change Action Plan. That is okay. It's not Climate Change Action Plan. Okay. Then comes, it is the mission's main goal is to create dynamic and vibrant. So this is correct. So this is one of the 8 missions. Okay. It is one of the 8 missions of the National Climate Change Action Plan. So right. One of the 8 launched by the Prime Minister. The mission main goal is to create a dynamic and vibrant knowledge system that support and inform national policy and action for effectively addressing climate change concern without sacrificing the country's growth objectives. That is right. Not right means neither 1 or 2. Answer is D, because both the informations are correct. Then coming to question number 4. With reference to Namami Gange program, consider the following statement. It is an integrated conservation mission approved as flagship program by the Union government in June 2014. So, right? Okay. The program is running by the financial assistance of the SNW. No, it is not. Okay. World Bank. The aims to accomplish the twin objective of effective abatement, pollution, conservation and rejuvenation of National Ganga is right. So 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. So answer 1 and 3. Answer is A. Then moving to the next question. Can the following statement with respect to bamboo oasis on lands in drought, bold. Okay. The project serves the combined national objective of reducing desertification and providing livelihood and multidisciplinary rural industry supports. That is right. Okay. It is unique scientific stage. Okay. So then comes it is a unique scientific exercise by the Minister of Tribal Affairs. No, it's not Tribal Affairs only. So 1 is right. So answer is A. Environment and forest, not tribal lands. It is an environmental issue. Okay. Consider the following statement about the Atal Innovation Mission. Atal Innovation Mission is a flagship initiative to promote culture and innovation and entrepreneurship in the country. So it is right. Okay. Then it mandated is to create umbrella structure to oversee innovation ecosystem of the country. It is also right. So 1 and 2 are right. So answer is C. Then to question number 7. What is question number 7? With reference to Swadesh Darshan scheme, consider the following statement. It is a central sector scheme launched for the integrated development of theme-based tourist circuit. Okay, that is right. The Minister of Culture provides financial assistance to state government for the development of tourism infrastructure. Not, it is not. Okay. So only 1 is correct. So 2 is incorrect. Theme-based tourism is being developed. Okay, Minister of Tourism, Indian Railway. Rayat Bandhu, Dalit Bandhu, Rayat Bima often mentioned related to Telangana. Okay, so it is Telangana. Okay. Then question number 9. With reference to Agni 5 missiles, consider the following. Agni 5 is a nuclear capable intercontinental ballistic missile developed by the Defense Research Development Organization. That is right. It is capable of striking a target a range of 5,000 to 5,500 kilometers. That is right. Agni 5 uses a 3-stage solid fuel engine. That is also right. So 1, 2, 3 are correct. Answer is D. Then the last question. Question number 10. In the following statement, most of India's external debt is owned by governmental entities. No. All of India's external debt is denominated in US dollar. No, there are so many other countries in whose currency, euro, pound, so both are incorrect. Okay. So neither 1 nor 2 are correct. So this way we are completing today's discussion. Please keep on watching regularly to update yourself on most of the developments. Thank you.